you want to become an entrepreneur? Do you want to make more money and work less hours? Do you want to exploit your close family members by underpaying them staff wages? So at the moment I'm reading this book called The 4-Hour Work Week. I know the title is pretty bold, but it focuses on productivity and ways you can cut out slack parts of your working life. It's a business entrepreneur type book, you can kind of guess by the title. And there's a chapter in this book which inspired me to make this YouTube video. It's where this little tissue bookmark is here. The part is chapter 8, Outsourcing Life. Step 3, A is for automation. It goes into detail and underlines the power of having a personal assistant, which you can use to offload work and increase your productivity, which really got me thinking. I have a load of stock which I need to sell, and I don't really have the time or effort to take all of the photos and list them up on eBay. So I did a little bit of thinking and I weighed up all of the options of what employee I could hire to become a member of BUCK.INC. So I came to the conclusion the most efficient solution would be my sister. She doesn't have to travel anywhere to work. Because she's my sibling, I can probably exploit her a bit. We can easily communicate because, you know, we're siblings, and also because we are siblings, we'll probably work better as a team.
Are you sure about that?
In this video I'm going to tell you exactly what it's like to sell things on eBay with somebody else working for you, and that's full transparency on how much it costs, how much money we made from it, how much time it took, and if it was really worth it. Speaking of how much time it took, this video took a lot of time and effort, so any support would be much appreciated. It was also recorded back in October, so don't be surprised if I look a bit different. Enjoy! Hello everybody, my name is George, aka glbfinance, aka CEO of BUCK Enterprises, and today I am back with another weird but interesting video for you to watch. If you make it to the end of the video and you did enjoy it, please smash that like button. Let's try and hit 20 likes on this video. With all that out the way, here's how it went. Here it is. BUCK Incorporated job application. Instead of me reading the whole thing out, here's a photo of it if you want to have a little look. I mean, you know what? That seems fair enough. Considering the value of everything that's going to be sold, 25% plus an extra 15% commission on top of that if you do a little bit of extra work, it seems worth it. Question is it attractive enough for somebody to want to work for me? Let's find out. Sister, would you like to work for me? Here is the contract. Oh, welcome to the business. Okay, it is now the second day and BUCK Incorporated has successfully doubled their workforce. I gave my sister the 30-minute debrief as promised in the job application, running through every single little detail that needs to be met when taking photos and listing up all of the items. I'm pretty confident she knows what she's doing, so I'll come back to you when it's all ready.
48 hours later.
As I've been editing this video, right, I've just realised I didn't record any of the stock. For reference, I had a large plastic container and it was completely full. There were around 20 to 25 items, the majority of which were all Lego sets. There were a couple of other bits and bobs in there as well. There was a PlayStation headset, there was also some kind of phone docking station, and one or two other bits and bobs, but there was a lot of stock. You'll see all of it on the screen recordings anyway, but I just can't believe I completely forgot to film it all. Right, all of the items are ready. I've just had a check through them and we're now listing them. There were one or two things I had to change sometimes, but in general it's 95% all accurate. For every description of each item I copied and pasted the exact same message. It goes something along the lines of, note to buyer, upon receiving product, please can you leave a review? This would be greatly appreciated, with a little smiley face. One of the other key things I changed was the wording of the title. There are certain keywords which I wanted to include on specific sets which I knew if I was a buyer of this Lego I would want to see. For example, some sets were complete and they had every part to them and others didn't. For the ones that did have all the parts, I would put complete set in the title, whether that's in brackets or just after the title of the product. I just wanted the words complete set in that heading, and if the set wasn't complete I'd put read description. The main reason behind doing this was to pretty much insure myself for any potential complaints in the future. A couple of Lego sets did have missing parts, and although this was established in one of the photos which had a post-it note on all of the missing pieces if there were any, and a further comment about it in the description, I wanted to reiterate it again just in case somebody was so stupid to miss a key point like that.
You're a douche! not. You're so stupid.
This way they can't come back and say, oh, this is missing, because you've made it very clear that those parts are missing in the first place, so they're buying it with that in mind. And other than those two things, which didn't take me more than 10 minutes to change for around 22 items, everything was really good. The pricing was accurate on each product, all of which were starting bids on auctions with a 5-day period. The item specifics were all filled in. The photos were very clear, excellent condition. I was really impressed by them, to be fair. And to put the cherry on top, around 75 to 80% of the items were weighed and measured correctly for the raw mail delivery. I'll have to thank the commission incentive for that one. So with no time to waste, all of the items got listed.
A few minutes later.
Okay, I'm back. It's been just under 4 days and this is what it's looking like. I received an offer for one of the Lego sets for £14 and I took it. I know it says £17.20 there, but the buyer had to pay for postage, which is the theme for all of them. The buyers are all paying for postage, which is why I asked my personal assistant to get the packaging information for every item, so we can set a price for how much the buyer has to pay for postage, because obviously some are a lot bigger and a lot smaller than others. But yeah, everything is going well so far. We've got some bids on some items, we've got a lot of watches, and we've got a decent amount of views across the board.
2,000 years later.
And we are back again finally to the most recent update, and what a journey this has been. All of the initial listings expired on Sunday the 10th of October. They were all ending between 8 and half 8, as I did pick this time specifically as I knew it would be a time where people would be up in the evening looking at their phone on a bidding war. Seriously though, if you are looking to sell something on eBay or Gumtree or whatever, make sure you do it at a good time when people are going to be awake. There's no point doing it at like 3 AM or in the middle of the day when people are working, as they won't really have time to check their phone. Therefore they might not be able to focus on bidding, which means someone else might get it for a cheaper price, meaning you get paid less. So yeah, this was a good time to do it, and all of the notifications start to come through at the exact same time. I was currently out when this happened, but this is what my phone was looking like. I had bids coming in left, right and centre for the Lego sets. It was a great day and a lot of them did sell. More specifically, 10 out of the 22 items sold on the first load of listings. So me and my employee got to work. As you can see from this video, a lot of the big Lego sets were sold. There's a lot more work than you think which we had to put into it, because we had to dismantle all of the Lego sets before bagging them up and then posting them. This took a surprising amount of time, and across this time lapse I think we spent 3 to 4 hours on it, which wasn't too bad, but it was longer than I expected, especially for 10 items. But little did we know, the post office closed at 5:30, and after rushing the final few items we left my house at 5:20. All the boxes got flung in the car carefully because we can't damage them for the customers, and off to the post office we went. Time's it now? In my head.
Exactly.
Dead on 5:30. Oh, perfect. Thank you, employee. You've served me well. And this is how much the items actually sold for. As you can see, we've got some decent numbers here. £37, £26 for the 2 bigger sets, and the rest were a considerable amount less, but that's because they're a lot smaller and just didn't hold the same value. But I am happy with the price which these have sold. We had to pay for 2 medium parcels for the larger items, which are just over £5 each, and 8 small parcels for the rest of them, which were £3.20 each, which came to a total of £33 for the first payment.
3,000 years later.
Fast forward to the 16th of October, and this is what my account now looks like. 18 items have now sold, and the 90-day total is over £289. Plenty more of the Lego sets have sold. Well, I mean, pretty much all of the stock is Lego anyway, but a lot more have sold. 1 or 2 of the sets sold for literally less than £5, so we're not going to make much money on that one, but others did quite well. The PS4 wireless platinum headset also sold, but only for £35. There is an additional £3.20 added on top of that, but that's for postage. I can't lie, I was hoping to get more from it. Brand new, this item cost £90 to £100, so it's roughly a third of that. But hey ho, whatever you start the bidding at, that's what it's going to go for if nobody goes any higher. Nevertheless, here's another time lapse of us getting everything ready. Yes, we have a new camera angle this time. The PS4 headset being one of the first items to get wrapped up. I would like to say I've got a lot better with my wrapping skills since doing this. Here are some more of the Lego sets, which you can see we had to dismantle because all of the photos had to be taken with them fully put together. A good couple of hours later and we were locked and loaded. This one took a little bit less time compared to the first one because we already knew what we were doing. It was a solid 3 hours work. Round 2 is done. Not as many as last time. Actually, no, I think it is. How many did we do? 9?
Yes.
Oh, we've done 9. Last time was 10. So total 19 are sold so far. We've still got this guy here who's going to sell. I'm pretty sure he's got a bid already. And then these ones, which will all sell as well. So I've only got like 5 left. They're all tidied up now, ready to go. Right, second lot all done. Me and my employee Grace finished up. So there we go. The products were shipped off to their beloved owners. And this second large shipment happened on the 19th of October. And that was another 9 second-class small parcels, costing £3.20 each, which came to a total of £28.80. 3.2 times my 9. Now I'm going to show you the final summary of every cost and every bit of profit involved in this video. The most recent and most up-to-date 90-day total is on the screen now. £332.37. And that is from 20 sold items with some still left to be sold. But anyway, here's what I've been paid. In 3 separate payments. £38.20, £112.84 and £162.82. That was quite a big one, which came to a total of £313.86p. So that was the total revenue. Next up is the total amount of costs. The only upfront costs which I had to pay were the postage ones. And obviously this was covered by the eBay payment anyway through the sale of the product, but obviously it wasn't covered up front. So here is everything in date order what I paid for postage. On the 9th of October, I paid £3.20 for the first item, which sold early because of an offer. On the 12th of October, the first big shipment, that cost me £33. On the 19th of October, I paid the second big shipment of £28.80, and after that there were only 2 more separate payments. One on the 25th of October for £14.16 for a slightly larger parcel, there was only one there, and on the 28th of October for one more parcel which cost £3.20, and this came to a total of £72.36p. This is quite key on what I've just told you, but not every item sold after the first listing. Although we had a lot of views on the products and people that were watching it, nobody actually placed a bid for some of the items. So after the first 5 days, which ended on the 10th of October, they got automatically relisted, which is when the second load then expired because they all sold on the second listing, which was nice. So for all of those items to sell, it only took 10 days of being on eBay, which isn't too bad. And then after that, we only had 2 of the remaining products which actually did sell. I do have around 3 to 4 items of leftover stock, but they didn't really cost a lot anyway, and they're very small. So in terms of keeping them with storage is no big issue. Anyway, minusing the total costs of £72.36 from the total revenue of £313.86, we came to a total profit of £241.50, which isn't too shabby. Now, how much did I pay my employee? Obviously on the contract it states that she would be paid in commission, and due to the work she put in, as well as helping me package up and send off the parcels, I definitely think she earned a 40% commission. So, timesing £241.50 by 0.4, we came to a figure of £96.60. Being the generous brother I am, I decided to pay a little bit of a bonus and pay her £100 instead. So how much did I get paid? Well, if we take the £96.60 away from the total profit of £241.50, we come to a figure of £144.90p. Not too bad, eh? I've done some calculations and here's how much it would be per hour for the employee. In total, this was a solid 11 hours worth of work. 6 to 7 hours of this was helping me package up the items, which to be fair, I didn't even put in the initial job description, but I did need the help. I started to think everything through as I started packaging up and thinking about how much I'm paying my employee, and I thought, 40% is way too much just to take some photos and write some descriptions. I've got to get my money's worth. So yeah, 6 to 7 hours of helping me package up and send off the items. And the other 4 to 5 hours was taking the photos and writing the descriptions for all of the items on eBay. Not too bad. So per hour, if you divide the £100 payment by 11, you come to a total of £9.09p per hour, which is quite good. The work itself was quite enjoyable. Well, I hope it was, and plus it benefits everybody because it just removes all of the Lego out of our way so we're not tripping up around the house. In conclusion, I think this was a success. Obviously there was no upfront cost to any of the items. We weren't buying them and reselling them. This was just stuff we'd had around the house for years, so we had to get rid of it. And considering it was mine and I used to play with it, I mean, it was kind of my duty to sell it, which I had no issue with. So with all factors taken into account, we saw it as just pure profit because we didn't really spend anything. Some of the items could have sold for a bit more, but I'm just glad they're gone if I'm being honest. I've definitely learnt a lot in the process, and I wouldn't shy away from employing somebody anybody else, whether that be my own family member again in the future. The core values of this book have really stuck with me since reading it, and I'd recommend it to anybody. There are some amazing tips in there about productivity and just how you can improve your working life and become your own boss. Apologies if you got a bit confused, considering this is being uploaded in February of 2022 instead of October of 2021. Nevertheless, I hope you did enjoy, and it may have inspired you to become your own boss in some kind of way. Please, 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 could you leave a like on the video and subscribe if you are new around here. It would mean a lot to me. With all that being said, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.